Hello, I'm Catherine Corelli. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Я σας είμαι η Κατερίνα Corelli. Καλώς ορίσατε στο κανάλι μου στο YouTube. This is episode 399 of my Cat Vibe series, and today we are painting... What are we painting today? We're painting Arena Proving Grounds, the actual cover art. Gosh, I haven't been doing these episodes for roughly a month or a little more. And I want to thank you, everybody who is watching my videos, who's actually watching my videos. Thank you for your patience. I really needed this break because, you know, that event, that show that I was prepping for all spring, that actually happened in the end of May. It was extremely time-consuming, and I was running the risk of burning out, basically, because it was impossible to put so many things into 24 hours, you know, and somehow to manage this. So I think it was totally fine. And looking forward, probably I will be doing these kind of little vacations occasionally when I will just probably schedule up some content ahead of time and just give myself time to breathe and to chill and to relax and just paint. Because life is going to be happening. I'm going to move to Greece. When exactly is this going to happen? I don't know. But I do know from experience that immigration is a serious matter, that it involves logistics, that it takes preparation, you know, and time to actually relocate and to settle and to set up things and to get things going, that kind of thing. So there will be a time in the future when I will have to take a break anyways, or something might happen, you know, hopefully something positive. I'm always hoping for the better, but, you know, life is life. Anyways, I want to thank you for being patient and for sticking around and meanwhile liking and commenting on my posts in the community tab. And I think I've actually talked already about all the updates and all the stuff that I intend to do looking forward. So I don't really think that I'm gonna sit on this for too long. I basically already said everything. The overarching idea is that I just want to... Look, let me put it this way. A year ago, in fall, and last fall and last winter, I was painting smaller canvas panels, and I was moving a lot faster, so I was publishing a video every 3 days. And that was okay because, you know, those are landscapes and I deliberately wanted to paint them in a very loose way and I didn't want to spend a lot of time on each one of them, and it was kind of part study, part of finished work. But I don't think that I will be painting these kind of paintings this year. I think I will focus on the Sun City series of paintings and album and story and all of that, and the sequel to Sun City, which is Odiporikotesias, the Journey of Ea. Odiporikotesias, that's how it sounds. That's what it sounds like in Greek. And Odiporikotesias, that's going to be at least a 7-chapter kind of myth-like story. It's going to be a huge story, a huge body of work, there'll be a lot of painting, and to make these paintings, I need to do a lot of sketching. I need to go back to the drawing board, so to speak, and revitalize my old skills. So I'm going back to drawing, to sketching, because I have to improve my skills. There are things that I used to do pretty damn well while I was actively engaged in drawing and painting and things of such nature, but that was way back. Then I was using some skills occasionally when I needed them, but I wasn't developing. So now I need to pull up some of those skills and improve. In order to improve my painting, in order to improve my ability to paint. So there is a lot of things that go into this, just like in music, I needed to recover my vocals, I needed to make some improvements, I needed to expand my screaming, growling kind of techniques, false chord screams and that kind of thing, and also improve my clean vocal singing while I was recovering, from voice loss. So all of this takes time. And the journey of Iya, I think that's a story that I'm gonna be working on, not just for months, but probably for years looking forward. A lot of things can and will happen between now and the time that the story is fully painted and fully written and the albums are made. There's probably going to be an album per chapter, something like 7 albums out of the Iya story only, and that's after Sun City is done. So I talked about this a little bit, but I'm going to diversify my content. So I'm going to be throwing in videos, not just paint through videos, but I'm going to be throwing in videos, when I'm doing pastel sketches, pastel studies, and drawing perhaps too in preparation for the larger paintings. So it's not going to be just oil paintings, just paint through of oil paintings. Not that I got bored with this kind of content. It's more that I'm switching up. I'm focusing on very concrete things. The Iya story and the Sun City story, and there's going to be a lot of paintings and studies that's going to go into it to make this happen. And I don't think that I will be going off on side quests very much. I want to paint a few paintings dedicated to Greece, the island of Mykonos, specifically. Because I kind of promised that, and I have canvases literally standing there and waiting exactly for that series. Then there was a little small series that I wanted to paint, kind of again, cityscape, landscape, about Portugal. But these are gonna be like one-offs, really, because I'm up to a huge body of work, and it's very diverse. There is a lot there to do, a lot there to paint, different sizes, different subject matter, animals, humans, of course, and I'm excited about this, but that won't leave much space for side quests, I think, which is not a bad thing, really. And like I said, I'm going to be diversifying content. So, for example, I'm dropping this video, this paint through video, right? And it's a large painting. It took me, oh gosh, don't remember how many days did it take me, but it was more than a week to paint it. I was repainting portions because I didn't like it. I was making all sorts of corrections back and forth and adding stuff and then taking away stuff again. So it took a while. It's a larger painting. It's pretty difficult. It's pretty challenging. This painting drops. Then the next video is going to be actually a pastel sketch for the Iya story. And then, as far as I remember, the next video is going to be, gosh, another painting again. Probably, yeah, there's going to be another painting. And then after that, there is going to be a lyric video for the first song from the Overcome album. So it's going to be kind of, some episodes are going to be pastel sketches, some episodes are going to be oil paintings, paint-throughs. Some episodes are gonna be lyric videos for old music. Simply because I pulled off some of these old albums off of the big streaming platforms, and now I want to make them available on YouTube, on top of having them available on Bandcamp, of course, on my Bandcamp, and on Jamendo. There is some material that I don't have lyric videos for, and so I'm gonna put up Overcome album on YouTube, make simple lyric videos for this album. There's 28 tracks, so that's gonna, these videos, these lyric videos for the Overcome album, they're gonna be dropping over the course of several months. I'm not gonna do it all in one sitting, but you will see this, you know, every 3 days there's gonna be a next video dropping, and it's gonna be either, you know, an oil paint through, or it's gonna be a pastel sketch or study, or it's going to be a drawing, maybe, or it's going to be a lyric video. But I don't think that I don't want to box myself into this schedule of having to post a paint through of a whole painting every 3 days. And I have to post videos regularly because it's YouTube. Because if I don't, then, you know, the algorithm doesn't recommend me very much. And you know how YouTube algorithm is. I've taken this step to, you know, because I had to. I took a little vacation with YouTube. But now that I'm returning, I have to adhere to a schedule, you know. And by the way, speaking of which, I think I will be, I'm reviving my old WordPress site. I used to have a WordPress site. I've changed the title for it, but the link is kind of old. It's already 10 or 12 years old, that link. That address. So I've wiped out the old content because it's kind of really irrelevant. And I will be posting probably once a week. I will be posting just there on WordPress. And I will add this link in the description to my videos so that you guys don't lose it. But that's about it. I don't want to constrain myself too much with, you know, excessive scheduling. I used to do a lot more of this, but now I just want to leave room for myself to actually breathe, because the projects that I'm looking at, and I'm super excited about this huge, massive projects, really. The Sun City album, the Sun City series, multiple series of paintings dedicated to this story. Then I will also at some point start working on a book, and I will write it. I know that I will write it. And then after that, there is Ia, the journey of Ia. And again, it's going to be multiple series of paintings, and it's going to be multiple albums, and then there is also going to be a book. It's a lot of work. And I'm super excited about this, but I do understand that if I over-constrain myself or I get too caught up in a rigid schedule, I will just destroy my own creative process. So I can't allow that to happen. So here's the finished painting. Thank you very much for being with me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your comments. I love it, guys, when you leave me thoughtful comments. I really appreciate this. You will hear me next time in 3 days. Ciao.